So, I wanted to say good morning and let you guys know that today we won't be going to church because it is cold, it is snowy, and so we're not going to go anywhere today. We're going to stay home. It's supposed to snow. It's not yet, but I would rather not get stuck out somewhere, honestly. The other thing I wanted to update you on was how the chicken Treasure is doing with Morning Vina. How Treasure is doing with me taking the babies. Yesterday, when I posted the video to tell you guys what happened about the babies dying, I actually got some really nasty messages from people who were upset that I did not leave the babies with her or that I did not bring her into the house. So I figured I would do like a real quick explanation before I headed out for those of you who had concern of why I took the babies and why I didn't take her in. I did not take Treasure in because Treasure has not been with me very long. She doesn't trust me and she gets really upset really easy. Even me coming out here, I'm about to sneeze. I was messing with hay and I'm allergic to the hay. Hi, Steve. I'm about to sneeze. I hate that feeling. So she doesn't really trust me. And if I would have taken her in, I don't think that she would have, I don't think that she would have stayed with the babies. I think she probably would have ended up injuring them because she would have been in such a panic and such a tizzy of being taken out of the barn that she's just now comfortable with. So that is why Treasure did not get taken in the house. Not only that, because it is so cold outside. Because it is so cold outside and it is so warm in the house, I didn't want... That's what I get for touching hay. I didn't want such a vast temperature change to make her sick. So there were several things that I considered before I decided to not take Treasure in when I took the babies in. Why did I take the babies from her? It was only 31 degrees when I came out here. And someone even sent me a link to a video to show me how to bond your chicks with your hen when they're not hers or when they're quail. And the video was great and it was very informative, but it was not something I had not already seen before. But it did show that quail will not stay under a mama hen the same way that a chick will, that they do scatter. Okay. So, that being said, with it being 31 degrees outside, they are going to scatter, and they did. And there was nothing she could do to keep them under her. So, I made the decision that I'm not going to let these babies suffer and die any more than they already had, just so that she can raise maybe the one who would stay with her. I pulled them in the house. The ones that I pulled in are still good. They're still happy. They're eating, walking around. I'm gonna have to go in and like take some Zyrtec or something. So I just felt like that was the best decision. And, you know, I got people commenting, telling me, you know, you should have done it this way. Or maybe you should watch so-and-so because she knows how to do it. Somebody suggested I watch Patera with her broody Silky. But that was a silky hen with silky chicks. And that was eggs that she had set on. These babies that I got were from the Tractor Supply. They were already almost 2 days old when I stuck them under Mama. They did not recognize her clucking sound. They didn't know to stay with her, and it was too cold. Am I going to say that this experiment was a complete flop? It's not. It was a learning curve. At the end, I lost one. I'm about to sneeze again. In the end, I lost one chicken, and I lost 3 baby quail, okay? Buried all of those, and out of it, I got... let's see, six live baby quail. Thank you, Steve. And 1 chick that still made it. They're all doing good. They're fine. The reality is you guys, there was some people that were really harsh about, and most people who were really harsh decided to do these in private messages, I guess because they didn't want people to see what buttholes they were being. But the reality is this is my homestead and my farm and my animals. And unless you are standing here with me, you don't know the individual situation. You don't know the fact that one of the chicks was squished. So I don't know if she was like sitting on it or what the deal was. You don't know that it was 31 degrees. You don't know that these babies were literally scattered all over the barn. And I had to go pick through hay to find them because they had been hiding and running from her. You don't know that I have a little broody stall that I kept her in with the babies so that they couldn't get too far away from her. And when I say they were scattered all over the barn, they were scattered. Steve is right. I thought you made the right decision to bring them in after they refused to stay under her. Quail are some crazy birds. Hey, Tommy. So, there was so much that went into my decision. It wasn't a snap judgment. It wasn't something that I'm just uneducated about. Before I put the quail, ask Big Bear. Before I put the quail under her, I asked him, what do you think? Me and him run over scenarios of things that could happen, and this was one of them, that the quail would not stay with her. I had thought before I left them for the night that they would be okay and stay with her because they were at the moment. But once they got their sea legs, and when I say they were all over the barn, I mean, like, I'll show you. You see this little underpin? This is what she was in, okay? They were scattered all over inside of that. They were all around in the hay. I've got it all torn apart because they're not going to be using it. And so I tore that apart looking for babies. And another reason that someone had messaged me is because they were very upset over the fact that Treasure was upset. And trust me, I was heartbroken that she was in here calling for those chicks because, like, that bothered me and I didn't like it. But I couldn't let them die for her own benefit just so that she can lay on dead chicks to make her happy. This morning, this is where she is, scratching around, eating mealworms and crickets. She don't care. She don't care. I mean, it lasted maybe about 2 hours, and she was back to her normal self doing whatever. She did attempt to go lay on the eggs that were left. I removed those, took them, there was only 2 left. I took them in the house. One hatched, one did not. That's normal anyway. And the one that did hatch, he's doing good and toddling around, and he's fine. So I just did, I guess the reason I wanted to tell you this is I just did what worked for me. Will I try this experiment again? I absolutely plan to. If one of my hens go broody in the summer months when it's hot and warm and they're not going to freeze to death if they walk away from mama, I will try this again. But I will try it again in a way that I may try to acclimate her to a cage like what the rabbits are in, so that it's even more confining until they can kind of get used to her, and eventually I'll let them out when I think that they have learned her call and will come to her. And because I did my research, I didn't just throw quail eggs under her. I say, oh, I'm just going to put the eggs under her and see what happens. And that's because you can research something until the cows come home. But the truth of it is, you don't know if it's going to work for your individual animal and your individual situation until you try it. I mean, statistics say that dogs that have had severe treatment as babies or young dogs will end up bearing the scars of that. Winter bears no scars except for the fact that her ears are cut short. There's nothing wrong with my dog, but she was taken out of a meth house that God knows what she's endured. But she's one of the best dogs I've ever had. So just because a situation works for one, and I've heard people say, oh, quail are crazy, quail will fly all over the place, you can never tame them. I can literally reach in and pet my hens and they will let me. I can even pet my little rooster. He will let me. My little quail are friendly. So that's totally against what most people say. And so that is why I wanted to say what I did. Say what I had to say, which is I did the best for what I felt was for my situation. You know, I tried to make the best decision I could. If you all don't agree with that, that's okay. But please don't send me nasty messages telling me that I'm a horrible person and that I'm the worst farmer in the world, and that if I would just watch so-and-so, I would know what I was doing. Or, you know, the one person that sent me the video link, I truly appreciated that link because it was interesting, and it told me a little bit more about quail to hen care, which that was great. I liked that. But the ones of you who felt that it was necessary to thumbs down the video and just be totally rude to me and message me really hateful things, I just want to tell you this: get a life. End of story. Get a life. So I'm not going to vlog today because we are staying home. And so this will be the only video you see from me. I am staying home. I am going to spend the whole day with John and the kids until he has to go to sleep because he does have to work tonight. But I'm going to spend the day today with my family and just have a family day. No phone. I won't be responding to messages or anything like that. And it's not because I'm all butthurt or something because somebody messaged me. It's literally because John asked, hey, can we just take a day where neither one of us are on our phones? Because you guys don't understand, I'm on the phone almost like 24/7. To me, it is not only a YouTube channel, it is a business, and it is also very important that it's a community and that you guys have access to me. So if you Snapchat me, I will respond. If you message me, I'm going to respond. If you comment, if you like, if whatever you do, I try to always respond and let you know I saw that and I appreciate it. So I'm constantly with the phone, constantly. So today I'm just going to take a day off and I'm going to take a break, and I'm not going to do anything other than this live stream to let you know I'm not doing anything. Don't send me nasty messages anymore or I'll block you. Don't be rude. And to give you the update that the quail are okay, the chickens are okay. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to go in the house. I love you guys. I'm freezing to death. It is very cold today. I love you. Let me look and see what you said. Hands-on experience is always the best way to learn. Yes. Our granddaughter's pet are turkeys. I would not. I'm scared of turkeys. I'm the worst. You'll have to settle for second to the worst. Enjoy a nice family day. Thank you, Vina. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. If I make a cooking video, I might post that. Love you guys.